Hi everybody, my name is Christine Muravanu. I am your MC and host for our APA breakfast. Of course, we'd like to give an initial shout out to our sponsors. We've got TAFE Queensland, but we've also got Solomon Legal, who are in the room, represented by Victor Osoyo, who are our major sponsors of today's breakfast. To say a few words, represented by Shane Oswald, Executive Director, Business and Innovation and Commercialization with TAFE. We've begun this journey with TAFE in terms of TAFE has really come on alongside APA and said, hey, look, we will sponsor this event, which has become a flagship event of our networking calendar and our professional development calendar. And TAFE has given us a home. So we're really, really grateful. You all know where you're coming when it's a breakfast. So I'd like to invite Shane. I'd like to just say a quick welcome from our National Chair, Tommy Adebayo, who is based in Perth, which is the home of APA. APA has now been going, like associations come and go, but APA has been going for over 15 years, of which I personally have been a part of for 12 years. So I'd like to invite Oride to do an official welcome as the chapter lead for Queensland. APA was founded on the principles of creating a vibrant community of African professionals making a positive impact on the Australian economy. I'd like to introduce our sponsor, Solomon Legal, represented by Victor. It is really, really exciting to have one of our own, leading an esteemed legal firm and being able to speak to us as a sponsor and as a company that's making a massive impact on the Australian economy. I'd like to invite up our gold sponsor. So while you are enjoying your breakfast, you've heard a few words about our keynote speaker today. I've personally known Eric for some time, over 10 years, since I moved to Queensland and watched this incredible journey of this man who just commands presence when he walks into a room. He calls himself an activational speaker, not a motivational speaker. And really, Eric is all about action, and he brings a lot of heart to everything that he does, and he's incredibly passionate about the success of people of color. He invests so much time and so much energy in mentoring all of us. So we're really, really privileged and honored to have him address us at this breakfast and just give us some key insight into how we can grow and develop that growth mindset. Because I'm sure when you hear his journey and how he's traveled and how he's gotten to be where he is, the mindset Victor just outlined, the shift in mentality that he was able to have over young people in terms of how they look at themselves and view themselves. So if we can put our hands together for our keynote speaker, Eric Bailey. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, good morning. How are you? You don't get what you want in life. You get what you work for. My goal this morning is not to help you to win a championship like that. My goal is to help you shift 10%. 10%, all it takes for you to see some growth and some improvement. So when you think about where you are right now, I want you to ask yourself the question, what level do you want to get to in your life? What level do you want to get to in your life? Because I'm going to give you 3 things that you have to consider. Number 1, you have to be curious. Number 1, you got to be curious. Number 2, you must be courageous. Curious, courageous, and the 3rd one is you got to commit. I want you to think about your position in your life right now, in your family, in your community, in your job, in your work, wherever you are. I want you to ask yourself the question, how can you help more? What else can you do to shed the light on a problem, on a situation? What solutions can you bring to the table? You don't want to get to be my age, 63 years of age, and be asking yourself, what else could I have done? I made a decision. Decision was I was going to do what no one else thought was possible. I was going to rise above what the media, the medical profession, my contemporaries, my peers. I started to develop a mindset that was around changing the narrative. Because I'm black and I live in South Central Los Angeles, because I'm black and I live in poverty, because everybody in my neighborhood didn't have a great job. Does that mean that had to be me? No. Why wait? How many people in this room are waiting for the perfect time to do what you were born to do? How many people in this room are procrastinating about doing the things that you know that's burning in your heart? Because every time you procrastinate, you know what you do? You're putting off an opportunity to help someone else. Anybody here ever attempt to do something and you kept failing at it? Hands up. Anybody? Anybody kept doing something that just didn't work? Did anybody quit? Anybody quit? Anybody walk away from it? Yeah, and I started to walk away. Who's quitting on other people? Because every time you quit on yourself, you are definitely letting someone else down. Champions don't do that. You're either a pretender, you're a contender, or you're a champion. Too many of us, we want to be patted on the back. We want to be cuddled. We want to be hugged. We want to be told how great we are. But it's not about that. What's about is you understanding that once you can do something, then you can do it again. Because the more confidence you get in doing the thing that you love doing, the easier it is to keep doing it, correct? I don't know your why, but what I do know that your why is more important than your what and your how. And until you can connect with your why, you won't be able to execute at the high level. In this room right now, the fact that you're here tells me that you want to do great things in your life. And I don't care whether it's business, whether it's sport, commerce, medical profession, hospitality, marketing, whatever. There's one thing that you must always remember. What other people think about you is none of your business at all. If you don't wake up each and every day with the mindset of how you are going to do better than you did the day before, then you know what? There's no growth. One of the biggest mistakes that I made in my life, and I'm going to share this with you and then I'm out, is when you talk about commitment. Biggest mistake I ever made was thinking that the job was over. The job is never over until it's over. You are a son and you are a daughter until you die. When you're in a team, you respect, you admire, you inspire everyone in your team until you are not in the team anymore. If you are a citizen of the world, in the community, you're that until you die. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. And if you're sitting in this room thinking to yourself, you know what, I got this idea, but you know, I'll start it next month. If there's some difficult conversations that you need to have with someone, you think, you know, no, I'll catch them later when I'm feeling better. You want to be a champion. You want to have growth mindset. Then you have to be thinking, what are some areas in my life that I have to improve on in order to be better? So many people are chasing that dollar. So many people are chasing that fortune and that fame. But what about your health? What about your mental wellness? What about relationships? We have so many distractions, whether it be the internet or phones or all that. But what about going for a walk? What about enrolling in a gym? What about doing some Pilates? What about doing something that's going to strengthen your mental and your physical state? If this is the temple, and the head is the engine, then what decisions is the head given to the rest of the body so that you can operate at the highest level?
So today, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everything, and I'm not kidding. And it never happens in my life, but today it did. So this first exercise that we're going to do is very relevant, and I need it more today than most people in this room. Trust me.
We're starting off with an exercise that we do when we run our financial and mindset coaching sessions. And I'll let you.
Yeah. So if everyone can stand up, please. We're going to go into what we call the gray circle. So imagine in this moment that you're standing in a gray circle. And this circle is where you unburden yourself. So you're unburdening. So if you're gray circle, you're vulnerable, you're going to shake things off because this zone is where we leave it. Okay? So I need to see the shaking going on.
And
okay?
everyone needs to take part.
So if you have feelings of inadequacy, and if you feel that, it's not even if, there are feelings of inadequacy that we feel when we are challenged, when things happen. I want us to shake that off right now. Shake off inadequacy.
And many of us never grew up talking about money. It would have been a taboo subject sometimes in our households, and we struggle to have conversations around it. And we just want you to shake that off.
Shake off playing small. Shake off playing small and making people around you feel comfortable, and to keep yourself small, shake that off. None of that anymore. Yes, you can dance it off.
And
You can dance.
you can. You can dance if you feel like it. Not a problem. If you're feeling overwhelmed with seemingly never-ending rising interest rates, shake that off. I know, it's been stressful. Hey, if you've got a home loan, it hasn't been good.
So shake off those times that you self-sabotage. Someone comes to you and says, oh my gosh, you're looking so amazing. And you say, oh, this old thing. No, none of that. Say thank you. Say thank you. So shake that off.
And some of us really struggle with setting a budget. We feel like it's restrictive. It's just stopping us from, enjoying life, rather than thinking about it in a different way, where it's actually allowing yourself to do the things that you want to do. And we struggle with making poor financial choices. So let's just shake that off.
Now what I need you to do is to step out of that gray zone. Step out, physically step out of it. And then you've stepped out of your gray zone. I need you to step into the red circle. This is your empowerment zone. This is the zone where you're unstoppable. Step into it.
So this zone is where you feel confident to manage your finances when everyone else seems to be barely holding on and barely holding it together. You've got a plan and you're sticking to it.
When you walk out of this room today, I need you to walk out in your empowerment zone. You are worthy. You are capable. And you are deserving. Okay? So when you step out, and I'm not kidding, if I bump into you and you look like you're in the gray zone, we're going to have words. Okay? So you can sit. Thank you. Thank you. So I encourage you, each time that you're feeling a little bit inadequate or overwhelmed, or someone at work just does something annoying, because that will happen when you're in the red zone. I want you to step back into the gray zone and deal with those emotions and address what you're feeling and everything that's happened. Shake it off. If you have to go to the bathroom to do it, do it. If you have to go for a walk to do it, do it. Shake it off. And then step back into your red zone and walk in the red zone, your empowerment zone. Okay?